And you didn't see it coming.
You weren't paying attention. Even though you're not. Your mind's filling up again. You're missing out on everything that's going on.
There's nothing going on.
Between stimulus and response, there is a moment. In that moment, there is an opportunity to choose. And in that choice is our freedom and our power. Actually, there's this quality of being and just being with people, to be able to listen to them, to be able to have them feel safe to open up. And the being part doesn't feel as active. It's not doing, it's being.
There's never nothing going on. Take out the trash, Dan. The trash is anything that is keeping you from the only thing that matters. This moment. Here. Now. And when you truly are in the here and now, you'll be amazed at what you can do and how well you can do it.
But actually, we always have the opportunity to choose, to notice that stimulus, and before we do something, to pause and to make a choice. How am I going to act next? If I keep practicing that, I will shift
easier.
over time. It gets easier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And for me, it's also really related to the pausing and thinking, okay, am I responding in line with my values, right?
Yes.
Am I being the leader I want to be?
Yeah. And so actually at one level, this is about taking back control, taking back the ability to choose, which we have. It's just that we've given it away to the autopilot. Being able to be sufficiently aware and present that you can notice when you switch the autopilot off, that's the important thing, I think. I think the reality is we need the autopilot. We need to sort of simplify all of the signals that are coming at us, because we can't just take them all in. We can't process them all all the time.
Yeah, for me also, I think in one of the other podcasts, I also mentioned I was reflecting on, a leading transformation, and I'm still so surprised on how many people are sort of letting their calendar, define what they're doing.
Yeah.
So it's also, okay, what do you choose? Do you choose to lead transformation based on your calendar, or you choose to lead transformation because of your values, right?
Yeah. Just have a go at practicing being present with yourself. And some little sensations, hearing, sight, touch, can just bring you into the now. And that is going to improve your ability to really be with yourself and with other people.
Right, listeners are running transformation.
Yep.
That means they're balancing the existing system.
Yep.
And they're trying to move towards something.
Who are first-time CEOs have some degree of imposter syndrome, some degree of a sense of, am I really good enough? I know I've been chosen, but I've never been a CEO before. I'm pretty good, but am I going to be good enough? And there's a slight insecurity there. That keeps me curious, humble,
Sharp.
listening, and actually I'm really receptive, because I'm thinking, I'm looking out for and looking to learn, looking out for things that could be a problem. And I'm not assuming that I know the answers. Problem then is, at some point, I progress from that. I get, let's say we're 6 months, a year, 2 years into the role. The results have been good. I start to become more comfortable. I lose the insecurity. Potentially, I get into a sort of sweet spot where I'm still humble and curious and learning. The risk is that it then tips towards, I now start to think I'm rather good at this being a CEO business. Maybe I start to feel overconfident. Maybe that tips towards arrogance. Maybe I start to think, I don't need to consult people because I know what to do. I've seen this. I know the playbook. And that can be very dangerous, because especially in a world where things are chaotic and uncertain, I may say in my head, I've seen this playbook. I know what to do. But actually the world has shifted slightly, and it's the same playbook that worked last year isn't going to work again. Yeah. And then that can be a real problem. How do you keep how do you manage to stay humble and curious while you grow in confidence and capability?
Yeah. I really like the link also to curiosity, right? And also there, I think the link to authenticity, because, right, you cannot fake being curious, right? So a coach told me to be curious, so now I'm being curious about you, Richard, right? You would feel that instantly.
Yes.
And for me, also one of the tiny habits, right? So for each behavior, we have one tiny habit example.
Yeah.
Before I even, have a conversation with a fellow leader about transformation, I already think about, hey, what kind of pressures can my CFO be under, my CHRO, that might conflict transformation? Because what I like about it, it's turning us into co-creating a solution, right? It's not,
Absolutely.
again, me versus you. It's us building things together.
Yeah. No, I think that's exactly right. And in fact, if you push that even further, so you go beyond the individual to the top team or the broader organization, you've got lots of individuals who are all going to have slightly different views and be in slightly different places. Yeah, I think in many cases, especially in a world that's becoming more complex, issues are not simple, cut and dried, oh, yep, we're just going to solve it and move on.
Single view.
There's lots of different views. It's a dynamic balance. We sometimes use the term polarities to describe the fact that there are choices at opposite ends of the spectrum, and in some ways we need a bit of both. That's not a solo leader thing. That's a very collaborative, involved, broad input from people across the organization, communication, talking to each other, sharing, that's what you need. And so again, in terms of what you need from a leader, it's a leader who is prepared to encourage that level of openness and listening to each other and empathy, rather than sitting there thinking, it's my job to have all the answers and I'm just going to tell people what to do.
Yeah.
That's just not going to work.